All right, it's time to go in the dugout, sponsored by the Michigan High School Baseball Coaches Association. We are going up north to about right here in the mitten somewhere up there. Is that right? Okay. We're talking it's a way up here on the east.
Up in the UP.
Yeah, up in the UP. We're talking UP baseball today as a head coach from Rudyard. Billy Mitchell joins me. I want to first thank you, Coach, for reaching out to us a few weeks back. It's good to know someone's watching.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't miss it. It's good to hear what's going on with all the coaches downstate and everything that's going on with the action down there. So
Absolutely.
Nice.
So how are things going in the Great White North, or are we seeing signs of the Great Green North when so many of us travel to enjoy the beautiful lakes and landscapes?
Well, watching and seeing all the cancellations downstate lately, we're right in line with them. I mean, we've played one doubleheader, which we're only another doubleheader behind where we were last year. Okay. So our field is not in the best shape right now, but one of my assistant coaches helps run a rec center, and it's on sand and it dries quick. So we're outside practicing, but just not on our field. So
yeah. So Rudyard is on the eastern end of the UP. Can you talk about kind of where you grew up and, the roles that baseball played in your life, how you got into coaching?
Yeah, I grew up in the Sioux, which is about 20 minutes north. Grew up, and my grandpa, I remember playing catch with him in the backyard and just spending time with him. So the love of baseball came from my grandpa. And just from an early age, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. I knew I wanted to be a coach. I had a lot of great role models that were teachers and coaches. Rob Poritz, one. He was an 8th grade homeroom teacher of mine, and just had energy in the classroom, energy in the fields, and just he was a reason why I went into teaching and coaching. Another one is Greg Rambo, and I actually had the opportunity to coach 19 summers with Greg. So it was kind of neat to be able to be with one of the people that you looked up to in coaching and be able to coach them for so long. So I started coaching right after I got out of high school. I started coaching the EUP Travelers American Legion team up here, and we were based out of the Sioux. We got kids as far as from Sheboygan, Onaway, just kids that wanted to play baseball, and we were downstate playing and just trying to compete and get kids exposure. Then I went from there. They asked me to coach the JV team here in Rudyard. Coached it for 3 years, and then the varsity job opened up. And I always said there would have to be a certain job for me to get back into coaching high school baseball, and it was this one. And Rudyard gave me the opportunity to take over the program, and it's just an honor to be one of the coaches. So
yeah, how long has that been?
This is my 3rd year with the COVID year. My 3rd year as a varsity coach in Rudyard.
Okay.
So.
Okay, and you were
my
JV.
23rd.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've been there a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I JV coached for a few, but I coached Rudyard kids in the summer. I mean, this is my 23rd year of coaching, so
yeah.
Been around.
Okay, and I want to make sure that I say it right. So I said Rudyard, but it's Rudyard is how you pronounce it.
Rudyard, yeah.
Rudyard, just like it's spelled.
Yep.
All right, it's nice when things are like that. Absolutely.
Exactly.
All right, so I read somewhere that you were probably doing maybe the craziest thing for a cause that I can imagine. You were going to run a total of like 265 miles, which is the distance between Rudyard to Michigan State, which is the home of the baseball state finals. And this was kind of to raise money and awareness and items for the team. And did you get that done? This was last year, I believe.
Yeah, last year, it was right toward the end of December. I was out ice fishing with one of my buddies that teaches here. He's cross-country coach, and I said, we need to raise money somehow. We usually do an indoor cornhole tournament. With COVID, we weren't able to. And I said, what if I start running? And I run the distance it takes to go from our field to Michigan State. Do you think I can make enough money for hats? He said, oh, yeah, absolutely. So I started running, and I'd wake up in the morning, run a couple miles, and on the treadmill downstairs, and then after school, I'd go run again. And next thing you know, you have people reaching out, and I was doing weekly little updates I'd put on Facebook, and just the community was amazing supporting me. And I just chipped away, and I ended up with about, I think it was 2 weeks left. I ended up making it 265 miles. So it was kind of cool. Where I ended was right in the middle of town. So I did a little video there. But yeah, I made it, and I just continued to run. I started running, and it's just part of my routine now. So yeah, a unique fundraiser, and it was good. Just the community support and everything.
You're not going to go all Forrest Gump and just start running across the country or anything like that.
No, I actually had somebody contact me and ask me if I was going to, and I said
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
Nope, just gonna run around here.
Got it. Got it. So, well, that's great. I mean, I think that's something that the boys and the community can rally around and support you in doing that. That's pretty fantastic. Now, you just finally, I think you alluded to, got to play outside recently. So, how do you really prepare for a season indoors as long as you have to?
We you do a lot of fundamental stuff. We have an indoor cage, and then the rest of it's just fundamental stuff. Just working on fundamentally how you feel the ground ball, footwork for going to get a pop up, catchers framing, receiving, blocking, just all the little things that once you get on the field for practice, you don't have time because you're working on situations
Right.
or live at bats or whatever.
Right.
But when we're in the gym, it gives us the opportunity to sit there and break it down and be able to do that kind of stuff.
Right on. Now, your Bulldogs got to the regionals a year ago before falling in a close game to Maple City Glen Lake. Let's talk about your team this season. Who are your horses? I understand you've got the three-sport star EJ Suggett. He's back, right? He signed to play with Spring Arbor.
Yep. EJ is just not only we have a good group of athletes, we have a good group of kids, and EJ is our leader. Yeah, he'll be on the mound for us. He'll play some first, some short. If we get in a pinch, he can play other places, but he'll be one of our pitchers. Brett Mayer, another one of our pitchers coming back from last year. Tate Bestman, who was the big center on the basketball team. He's our center fielder. He'll pitch a little bit. And then we have Austin Warner, who's coming back. He's a catcher. Those are our seniors. Then we have a group of sophomores that started last year as freshmen with Cam Peterson, Aiden Bickle, and we have pretty much the whole basketball team on our team. It's just a small school, so
Right.
you have to share, and everybody plays everything. But it's a lot of the same kids. I mean, it's nice because the football coach is also the basketball coach, who is also my assistant coach. So I'm with them during football season, basketball season, and they're coached with me. So they hear the same thing over and over from us. And we lift weights together, we do everything together. So just it's a good team, it's good kids. Just looking forward to see what we can do this year, see if we can take that next step.
Yeah, so I would imagine lots of multi-sport athletes. Everybody's playing everything, which I think is great. That's kind of a throwback to what we all used to do. We all played, three sports. I know I did in high school, and they've had success in football, basketball. I know the softball team has had success. Baseball team, I think, got to the state semifinals in 2015.
Yep.
And that was a 20-win season. Is that how close do you feel you guys are ready to really make that run to Michigan State? Run using the operative word.
I think this is the year. I really do. With all the experience that our kids have had in football, they made it to the Final Four in the 8-man playoffs and lost on a hook and ladder play. Sutton's Bay scored. In basketball last year, they made it to the state semifinals. This is the last piece of the puzzle for these guys, and I think they're ready for it. I mean, they're working hard. They're just enjoying the time together, but they know what we have ahead of us and where we can be at the end of the year.
Yeah. State Champs is going to be live streaming the Michigan High School Baseball Coaches All-Star Game games this year. We'll have 2 All-Star games this year, which is even more opportunity for seniors to take a few final swings, get to play at Comerica Park. That's a tremendous honor, a lot more opportunity, and you'll be one of the coaches, right? So talk about that.
Yep. Yeah, it's a very cool situation to be asked to be in that role. There's only been one other coach from the UP that has coached the All-Star Game. That was Ron Van Sloten, who was the one that built this program in Rudyard.
Wow.
So to be able to follow in his footsteps, it's hard to put in words. And then you start looking at all the talent in the state and kids that you're going to be around and other coaches, and it's just kind of surreal right now. Just trying to get through our season to get to that point. But yeah, I sit back and think about it once in a while, just to think about, I'm going to be coaching at Comerica Park with the best of the best from Michigan. So yeah, kind of excited. my whole family's going to be there. My mom and dad are
Nice.
coming down. Once in a lifetime experience.
Fantastic. And we always wrap talking about the Coaches Association, and you play a pretty good role with the MHSBCA up there.
Yeah, it was back, I think it was November. They asked me to be the UP representative for the association. They were trying to expand to have representation throughout the state, and they reached out to me. And of course, I said yes. I mean, to be able to get the UP more involved with the Lower Peninsula teams and coaches, and to be asked to do that, it's just another one of those surreal, just unimaginable things. But it's been good. I mean, just being able to voice our opinion, things up here that happen that they really don't know or that they need to be abreast about. It's been good. Just, I mean, the guys on the board have accepted me just like one of them. It's been a good thing.
Absolutely. Let's keep it going. Rudyard's Billy Mitchell, thank you so much for joining us in the dugout. Good luck this season. I hope we see you at Michigan State, but I know we'll see you at Comerica Park. So good luck.
Yeah, hopefully we see you both places.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thank you.